Let's check those futures. Plenty of green, but nothing like yesterday when we had green all over the place, big time. Let's bring in David Nicholas, who joins us now. Is the correction over?
Stuart, I think it is in the short term. You know, last week when we were talking, it looked like the markets were falling off a cliff. There was a lot of damage underneath the markets. But we said buy the dip. We bought the dip 2 weeks ago. We bought the dip last week. Frankly, I wish we would have bought a little bit more last week. But I think February, Stuart, we're going to see a snapback rally. And it could be pretty violent, pretty quick. Now, some of the technical levels that we're watching, the market, the S&P needs to break the 50-day, the 100-day, which is sitting right at about 45.67. If it breaks the 100-day, then it could trade up to the 50-day, which is at about 46.31. Stuart, if we break those two levels, 4,700 on the S&P for us is where we think we might see some selling pressure. So between now to 4,700, that's a good 4% rally for the S&P. We might look to put on some hedges around 4,700, but I think the market is all clear from now right up to about 4,700 on the S&P.
Okay, after the bell this afternoon, Alphabet, as in Google, reports. What are you looking for?
Yeah, Google, Stuart, this comes down to guidance. If you remember what happened with Microsoft, the stock really didn't rally until management gave outlook. I think the same is going to happen for Google. What's the outlook going to be for their search? What about total revenue? Look, America's back open for business. So is digital marketing. It's not going away. Companies are spending more on digital marketing. I think that's only going to continue to increase. That benefits Google. You know, Apple just made some privacy changes on their app to where it's different apps couldn't track you across the platforms. That benefits Google. So I think you're going to see some advertising shift over to Google. So I'm pretty encouraged and hopeful for the stock today.
Let me just throw one concern out there. If Alphabet, Facebook, and Amazon, which report Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if they disappoint, if they come out and say on the call, looking to the future, it ain't that rosy, we got a COVID problem or whatever, then that could really undermine the whole NASDAQ market, and your scenario, where we go up from here, falls to pieces. What do you say?
Stuart, you had to bring that up, right? Yes, that is the one thing that could ruin all of this, Stuart. Yeah, how those big names perform this week, you're exactly right, Stuart. It's brilliant. Yeah, those names have to come in strong. If they don't, that puts our bear case, unfortunately, on the table. But I think hopefully that won't happen. I think we're going to see strong results from these companies this week.
Well, I'll be glued to the TV 4 o'clock on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday afternoon. Thanks very much for joining us, David. Always a pleasure. See you again soon.
Thank you, Stuart.